Well, hi there. This is John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and these are six gloriously long songs. As always, you can find the links to these songs in the comments section below this video. So, gloriously long songs. Indeed, these aren't 3-minute songs, 4-minute songs. Not that there's anything wrong with that. These are more in the 7 to 14-minute long songs overall. I decided, I could have done really, really long songs like uh, what is the Flower King song? Garden of something or other. I can't think of what it is. It'll come to me probably right after I film this. That's an hour long. Um, or even their song Stardust We Are, which is, 25 minutes or so. Could have been songs from Yes's Topographic Oceans, each of which is the entire side of an album. Or Genesis's Supper's Ready, which is 22 minutes and change for the studio version. But so they're long, but they're not as long as that. Nonetheless, what I like about these songs, I will also say they're not wasteful long songs, and that there's a point to them within that length. They're not just, you know, blowing crap around. So let's start with song number one, which is Can You Hear Me from Renaissance. Beautiful song. Um, Opening number of probably my favorite Renaissance album, Novella. Splendid vocal from the wonderful Annie Haslam at the peak of her powers, as they would say. Uh, nice lyrics. Wonderful, every player. You know, Terry Sullivan on drums, John Tout on piano, John Camp on bass, Mickey Dunford on acoustic guitar, and an orchestra. That's all a recipe for some goodness. And it's going to sound cliche to say that Annie's vocal is soaring on it, but it's true. It's a delightful song. It's kind of plaintive, a little moody. Not a particularly sunshiny song, but it's a beautiful song. Song number one, Can You Hear Me from Renaissance. Song number two is Memories of Old Days from Gentle Giant. Um, Beautiful, beautiful song from their Missing Piece album. And I've put up, there's a brand new video with a lovely new mix where you can hear the bass more. And it is a reflective song. It is about memories of old days. And it's quite an emotional piece with a fine and very difficult vocal from Derek Shulman and fantastic acoustic guitar work. Absolutely fantastic. Um, it does not disappoint. It is song number two, Memories of Old Days from Gentle Giant. Song number three is The South Side of the Sky from Yes, from their Fragile album. It closes side one. Um, I forget what it's about. Is this a song that was about Vietnam? Uh, my fellow Yes fans will correct me on that. I know it has something to do with something like that, a conflict based song. Um, Killer guitar work from Steve Howe. Wonderful piano and keyboard work from Rick Wakeman. Beautiful John Anderson vocal. Bill Bruford on drums. Can't go wrong with that. All held together by the marvelous and much missed Chris Squire on bass, um, who does some great vocal harmonies with Anderson, as does Howe. Howe is not as sweet a vocalist as Anderson or Squire, but he knew his place well within the vocal blend. He fits perfectly for what the song needs. And It's a lovely piece. If you've never heard it, it's got a very interesting energy to it. I would say it's even unique within the Yes canon. So it is song number 3, South Side of the Sky from Yes. Song number 4 is Catch the Rainbow from Rainbow, at that time still called Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. And it has, to me, an almost Jimi Hendrix feel in some aspects to it. Blackmore's guitar playing is so fluid and gorgeous, and Ronnie Dio's vocal is peerless. Um, it's just a fabulous piece. It develops nicely. Love the keys in it. That was, I believe, was that Mickey Lee Soul, I think, was on keyboards. Um, am I right with that? I think so. Anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece, and they did it live a lot, but I don't feel the live versions ever had the same beauty as the studio version from the first Rainbow album, Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. And that is song number 4, Catch the Rainbow from Rainbow. Excuse me. Song number 5, we've got Madman Moon from Genesis, from the A Trick of the Tail album in 1976. This was the first album without Peter Gabriel. Uh, we see they carried over Mighty Fine. It's a Tony Banks composition, the keyboard player, and lots of keyboards in it. A beautiful, poetic song. Phil Collins actually does a lovely vocal. I think this is one of Phil Collins' best vocals throughout his entire career. It's a perfect fit for the song. Everyone again comes up to the bar. Mike Rutherford on bass, he's mighty fine as well, as is the great Steve Hackett on guitar, and Phil does some lovely percussion all through it. And a sad piece, but beautiful. It is just so beautiful. The piano in particular. Tony Banks really put a lot into this one, and it shows. And it is song number 5, Madman Moon from Genesis. And song number 6, to finish things up, is Summer Soldier from Barclay James Harvest, from their, was that 1973, I think, album Baby James Harvest. And quite a long song. Opens with, I believe it's Big Ben ringing, uh, going into some soldiers, some sound effects, leading into a military snare, leading into acoustic guitars, as it tells the story of the price of war on people far too young to be fighting it. A theme not dissimilar to later on the Kate Bush song Army Dreamers. I wonder if she ever heard this song. It'd be an interesting thought. Um, I feel sorry for the soldier who is shot and stoned in anger. I feel sorry for his wife and child at home. Um, it's really a song of 3 parts. So you have the effects and that leading into the song. It's sort of like taking you to the war. Then you have the first acoustic verses, and they kind of uh, are fading into some other bells ringing, going into uh, a more guitar-oriented section, electric guitar, and lots of mellotron from the great Willie Woolston home on mellotron. And it's a John Lees composition, who also sings it and plays guitar. Les Holroyd on bass, and Mel Pritchard on drums. I went up on his name for a moment. I'm so sorry, spirit of Mel Pritchard. God bless you. Um, the vocal is ghostly in the second half with the equating, sort of paralleling the voice of the soldier to the voice of an angel. Um, Faith be sure, I shall not retreat. It's a beautiful piece. It's a complex piece. It's not an easy piece always to listen to. Like I said, it's quite a long piece, but I think you'll find it's a very rewarding piece. It's stuck with me since I first heard it in the middle 70s. It's never left me. Um, it is song number 6, Summer Soldier from Barclay James Harvest. Please check them all out. I've put the links. Some of them, I'm trying to think if any of them have like a video. I know Memories of Old Days does. I'm not sure if there's any, but at the very least, I'll make sure I find the version with the best fidelity. So these have been 6, what did I call them? Gloriously long songs, and indeed they are. Give them a listen. Please let me know what you think. I don't hear from enough of you about these songs, but please do. Um, I love you all. Enjoy. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.